Hello, my name is Charice Bhardwaj, and I'm a freelance artist working across theatre and poetry, performance and writing. So at the moment I'm also writing a poetry commission. After graduation I was kind of really ready to get going. I just wanted to taste a lot of different creative work experiences. And then obviously, and I did, and I had a really joyful and lovely first experience with Quirk Theatre. I've got the role with Quirk when I graduated in 2019 through a kind of graduate pathway scheme that they set up that operated through the drama department. So they were really active in shouting about that and telling us to apply and things like that. And that was one of the few graduate opportunities that was open that said come and work with us, you can stay here. And now I'm going back to those same people that used to teach me and kind of seeing what we can do for the next graduates. It's been very difficult and also very reflective to live in the Southwest and build the early and first portion of my career in Exeter. Because Devon and broader parts of the Southwest do have a massive racism problem, and I think that's been really, really challenging to navigate. And I think I've learned a lot about myself in doing that. So it really knocks you back and depletes so much of your energy. And at the same time, not to kind of caveat that with the positives of racism, but I have totally built resilience and inner strength from those experiences. And again, I've just learned so much about where I want to go next and what my boundaries are and stuff. In terms of graduating and transitioning into professional, theatre, well, the beginnings of a professional theatre career, it was really nice to have met some people through kind of being engaged and active in the city, even in, affordable, light touch ways that I could do at the time. I wanted to go and see work outside of the university. I wanted to know who was behind that show that I'd seen, or which graduate was still around. And it's not that every relationship or meeting you follow up on, but it's kind of also just getting to know a city and what the creative economy here is doing, what it looks like, and who are the people in power. And I don't mean that kind of in a mercenary way, but just who are the stakeholders, who are the key holders to culture in Exeter. I think one thing I wish someone had told me literally straight after I came out was that you're just allowed to rest. And I know everyone has that privilege and opportunity. I had my part-time job at that time, so I could. But, I didn't, because I was constantly thinking about the next show I was going to do, which still hasn't happened. But yeah, I just feel regardless of what happens afterwards or before, I just think the priority now is to just take the deepest, best care of yourself, mentally, spiritually, creatively, and I don't know, I'm always about empowering the individual with whatever they need to be the best, to bring the best out of people. I'd also really love to build on my kind of communicator and consultancy side of me, because I think I've discovered a lot of that by working in the arts, because you are constantly giving ideas and speaking and just offering constantly. And it'd be nice to give a bit of that back to myself and then be okay, well, where can I take I don't know, emotional intelligence and poetry training or something that mixes, what I've been doing together in a way that really just makes me yeah. By being randomly responsive, I did learn a lot about my strengths and my gaps. And then, a year and a bit on, I'm kind of okay, I definitely can sit here now and say to you, I'm a poet. Whereas before I was oh yeah, I used to do that a bit, but I wouldn't, just because I stood in front of the mic a couple of times. Now I'm yeah, no, I do that, and I can offer that to the world. That is something I can be in the service of. So that's really useful.